You're now tuned into the Lady Charmaine live show as we go to take 3. We are an interactive show, as you guys know. All I want you guys to do, if you want to join in on the conversation tonight, is to give us a call at 916-226-9226 to join in on the conversation and take this moment right now to tell all your friends to go ahead and tune in to the Lady Charmaine live show because we got some great topics coming up tonight. Here's one of the questions. Should single mothers celebrate Father's Day? And also, what advice would you give the person who is dating your ex? And also, what are some of the basic questions, at least 3 questions, that you should know about somebody that you've been talking to at least 3 times? What are those basic questions? And Christians, at what age did you talk to your children about sex, if you've talked to them about sex? We got all that coming up in the Lady Charmaine live show right after this. You're back inside the Lady Charmaine live show, and we have some great guests with me in the studio. Well, I don't even call them guests. They my family in the studio. Help me welcome to the Lady Charmaine live show, my girl, Miss Marie Hutchison.
Hello.
Also, we have the hair hustler. He goes by the name of Mr. Derek Dennis. And, of course, she is the poetess with the mostest, back with us for the 2nd week in a row. She goes by the name of Miss Destiny Robbins.
And she's
Welcome
dope.
to the show. Yeah, she's dope. Can you say dope?
Dope,
I mean, dope meaning good, not dope meaning dope.
Got it.
How about that?
Right.
Hopefully I said that right. You messing up some stuff, making it seem like people all on drugs and stuff. That's not what I mean, though, y'all. Well, anyway, we got some great topics. Again, I want to make sure that you guys like it, share, and comment, okay? Because we'll be looking at your comments, reading your comments tonight as well. And then also we want you to call in and join in at 916-226-9226.
Sorry.
Now, at this moment, everybody getting ready to start sharing on their page. So if you hear all kind of stuff going off in the studio, that's all everybody doing right about now. But anyway, here's one of the topics we are getting ready to start it off. Now, I found, this topic was sent to me from Atlanta, Georgia, which I actually thought was actually kind of interesting. And I'm getting ready to read it to everybody. So y'all ready for this topic? So get your fingers ready to chime in. Here it is. Okay, now this is Lisa and Ray. Now, Ray approached Lisa in the club and offers to buy her a drink. They began to have casual conversation, and as time passes, he buys more drinks, food, and a hookah. Within 60 minutes, Ray has spent $70 on Lisa. And then Ray asks Lisa for her number, and she replies, "Sorry, I have a man." Now, was Lisa being manipulative, or was Ray just dumb? What y'all think?
Ooh. That's a lot of drinks not to ask them kind of question.
No, I have a whole different view on that. For my opinion, Lisa out of pocket, hands down.
Yeah.
She's out of pocket, hands down. We all know when you go to the club, the man buy you a drink. Hello, he's interested.
Mm-hmm.
So she was out of pocket to take all them drinks and the hookah. She was like, "It's turned up." I know she's on her phone like, "It's turned up." This man.
Well, do you think it was out of pocket, or do you think Lisa was just saving herself a buck or two?
Right.
Lisa, because sometimes it's like, I didn't ask you to. You volunteered. I was hungry. I came here to spend a few dollars on some drinks, but if you want to buy, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
But then to say she got a man, that's out of pocket.
You should have said that in the beginning.
Whether you lying or not.
Now, question is, should she have said it, or should he have asked?
I think it should have came up somewhere in the
So
conversation.
before you start spending $70, shouldn't you ask if she have a man?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. He a fool. It's completely his fault.
If I was a man, that'd be one of the first questions that I ask.
Right. They say ignorance of the law is
Okay,
no.
for real.
I mean, that's no excuse. So I'm like, hey, well, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
So what you think?
I don't know.
I think he was a fool because at the end of the day, if I'm single and I'm dating, that's going to be one of the first questions. Look,
Right.
First of all, but you know what? He's not a fool because even with her opening the gate up to accept everything, automatically make you feel she don't have a man.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
So she gonna
True
wait
that,
and
true that.
withhold that information to the end and be like, yeah, I'm full now, but you know I got a friend. And then what happened? And I would be like, oh, so what's your man name and last name, so I can look him up and send him a message and tell him that you get my $70 back.
But we all know if we make this assumption, we go to club, and if you're not with your date, we make this something that you are single. I think that's an
That's true.
unspoken. It's this weird unspoken thing about the club, right? So if you out there, you got your drink, you with your girls, you doing that, you're considered single. So then Lisa had a responsibility if she was really with someone to be with someone. I don't think her dude would be like, oh, you just let. I don't know these days. Hold on. Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back because I don't know. I had to think about, because I knew somebody one time. This is what made me stop. I knew a young lady who would go to the club. She had a dude. Her dude let her go, and they'd come back and discuss who bought you drinks. How many they buy you? It's like they kind of got off on it a little
that's
bit.
funny.
Right.
Some
Yeah, I
couples
can
could
see
do
that.
that.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
Well, my question is, did he even know her name? Because if you're up in the club and you're dancing and you're having a good time, there's not a lot of conversation that does take place in there.
Not like
you know?
that.
So
That's
what
true.
was his motives? Why is he getting her so many drinks in the first place?
Yeah.
True
Because
that.
he probably didn't care about her name, and therefore I don't care about you knowing it and knowing my status, who I'm with. Thank you very
Wow,
much.
right.
I'm just playing a little devil's advocate too,
Right.
because that conversation don't be happening
That's
by
right.
the time you get $70
Right.
worth of drinks.
Yeah, that's real talk.
Right.
What were you trying to do?
No, for real.
That part.
You know what? Okay, well, good question. So now somebody said Lisa was wrong for that. And I'm just wondering, was Lisa the one that was really wrong, or should he have asked?
I mean, everybody got responsibility, but when he bought that drink for Lisa, Lisa had a responsibility.
Slowing it down as
She saw it coming. She knew. Then when the hookah came, she really was locked in.
Yeah.
Now, Lisa may have been thirsty. Now, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people go out to the club, they don't have much money in their pocket, and
That's
they
true.
praying for somebody to buy them some food or some drinks.
Right.
That's true.
And Ray was just the one that stepped up to buy the food and the drink.
Unfortunate Ray.
Right.
And Ray was just being a blessing to Lisa. What you think?
That's true.
That was a blessing. He was blessed. He was handing out blessings.
So yeah, there he was. He was handing them
Well, bless
out.
him, Lord.
And she gladly received.
Yeah, but she could at least been like, like, I wanted to let you know you just doing this as a friend, right, or just to get to know me because I am, married or whatever. Like, I think she should have threw that out there.
We still have a responsibility, right?
That's a respect thing
Yeah.
for her husband, even. Like, okay, but babe, I
Right.
did, or if her husband could have been on the other side of the room, they could have been playing the numbers game. Okay, babe, we're gonna go up in here and see who gets the most numbers.
people do that?
Yeah,
Have you done that?
And her man might have been
No.
happy because it saved him some money. Basically, I think her man might have said, babe, so how much money did you come back with?
That part, for
So
real.
that's why I have
So
to
you
pull it
gotta
back
ask.
a little bit because folks is into some things right now.
Yeah.
So
They
it
are.
ain't,
Heavy.
what you get tonight.
Right.
A hookah.
A hookah.
I'm sure he was glad at least you didn't spend up all my money.
Right.
Yeah, that
Right.
part.
That's
I'm just saying, y'all. So if you want to chime in on the conversation, give us a call, 916-226-9226. Was Lisa wrong or was Ray wrong?
Ray got lucky because she could have brought her girls with her too. Because sometimes that happens too. It'd be like 4 more girls with her. Then my girls come with me.
But you know what? That's a good question because I remember. Do you remember on my radio show? I'm not sure if he was on that segment, on my other show, when it was like, okay, when a man is out with a woman and all her friends,
Yes,
should
yes.
he pick up the bill
Yes.
for
I was on that one,
everybody,
Yeah.
or should he just pick up the bill for him and his girl?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not paying for your homegirls. Are you gonna pick up the bill for me and my partners? Then
Right.
absolutely
When you
not.
come hang out because you're trying to be in my face.
Y'all using me now.
Right.
Because this one guy, he was just telling me the situation that he had because when he goes out with his girlfriend and she has like about 4 or 5 good friends, and then she always expects him to pick up the bill for her and her girls. And he said he just wanted to pick up the bill for him and his girl, but then she tries to make him feel bad. Is that right?
No.
No, not if you're already together. Now, if you're not together and you want to impress me, you want to get everybody.
Right, that's different.
I got your girls.
different.
I got your
That's
girls. Don't even
different,
trip.
right.
But shouldn't the girl be like, man, that's coming out of my mouth. This bill is over $500. We could go do something tomorrow. Like, they ain't finna eat off of me.
And
Like,
especially-
wouldn't you think that?
Exactly.
And he said that she also knows that he's not necessarily fixed income, but times are tight for him. And so, when she go out with all her girls and then she tries to make him feel bad because she tried to make him feel, well, you're the man.
Nah.
But I am to you.
Yeah.
I'm your man.
Right. Okay, so that means, can I pull the card that you a woman and should you be in the kitchen? I don't know what it is. So we could go there, and I don't even feel that way. But if you gonna throw that at me, he the man. He need to pay the bill for me and my homegirl and trying to downgrade me in that way. I'm like, and my answer would be, yes, I am a man, and therefore I'm not going to pay for your girlfriends because they also have men.
Right.
Okay, so if they can't cash app them the $40, I'm sorry. And I feel like that is also too, like when you are meeting this new dude, and he's trying to impress you, and your girls are coming along because you're bragging, like, look at you got to go along with, like, he's paying for everything. That's just how he is, even if she didn't get the clearance. And then they get there, and of course he might be struggling and taking her to fancy restaurants every time they go out for her and him, or to impress her. But that don't mean that you tote all your girls and put that pressure on that man that he got to be a man and pay for all of them. That's almost using him.
Yeah, I was going to say you shouldn't take advantage of anybody. Someone you like or someone you don't like, you shouldn't take advantage.
Right.
So Lisa.
If he a millionaire, that's
So Lisa,
if he got millions, that's different. He gonna do it automatically.
I told you, Lisa.
Wait, well, you got some stingy millionaires. That's how they became millionaires.
Well, that's true. That's true, lady.
Because what's his name? What was it? The rich dude, I think, J. Paul Getty.
Oh, Getty.
He wouldn't even pay $10. That brother would not even pay $10 to get his clothes clean. He literally had them all in his bathroom, hanging up for $10.
Got
clean them.
That's how LeBron is. He won't pay. He just used the regular Pandora with the commercials. He won't get it.
Well, LeBron, I agree with you, bro. You and I, we right here.
Right here. Because I ain't paying for it either, bro. Go ahead and get that Viagra commercial, all the commercials.
Yeah. Brian, that's the only thing we agree on.
All of it. All of it.
Are you losing your hair? All the commercials.
All of them. So if you guys want to give us a call, 916-226-9226. So was Ray dumb? Or was she wrong and you felt that Lisa was leading them on? And should men, when they go out with their girlfriend and their girls, should they just foot the bill for everything? I mean, I wonder, is it an ego thing for women to make it seem like they man got it? No, he don't. But you know what I mean? Is it more so of an ego thing, like this my man and my man got this?
Your status shouldn't have to be in his pocket, though. Why you trying to impress your friends like that? That's not right.
Because you have some men that when they boys come over, they get off with their girls going in the kitchen and making their food, honey.
They do.
Yeah, that's right.
They do.
So what's the difference?
But don't bring my partner's plate first. You better continue to bring my plate first.
What's the
But I see you bringing his plate, it's going to be a problem.
Because, literally, men, they get off with you. Honey, can you go in there? And knowing that most of the time, they go in there and make their own plates. Right? But when their boys come over, though, can you give me something to drink?
You can't make your plate. Today you need me to put ice in your Kool-Aid.
And cut it up for me to teach you too.
Right.
Our ladies, Charmaine, if you got a country family and the women be like, why she ain't up making your plate?
And you have that too.
Yeah.
And
like
you
she ain't taking care of you right. You know what I'm saying?
And that right there is true. Because I remember one young lady on my show, she said that if the woman does not make her husband's plate, although she has a man, she said she will literally get up and make that man's plate for him. Now, is that woman out of pocket to make another woman's husband's plate because she didn't do it?
I'd rather her check me before she make my plate for my husband. Yeah. Check me.
Yeah.
No, don't even make his plate.
No.
Yeah, don't make his plate.
I
get at me if you got a problem.
I think sometimes, and don't even come get at me. I think for your health, you wouldn't want to do that.
But I don't agree with y'all. I think that makes a woman say, "Oh, well, let me get," because I see men in the car and the women is pumping the gas. And one time I almost got in a fight because I can't help it. I went to go pump her gas and I didn't know he was in the car. Oh man, I got it. No,
you don't.
See, that's one thing if you didn't know he was in the car. But if you know he's in the car and you go do it, that's another thing.
But I still kept holding the pump, Lady Charmaine. So
but because you commenced to go, because you was already probably in the motion to do that because you didn't know he was in the car. But if you knew he was in the car, would you go and pump her gas knowing that her man was in the car?
I probably would, because I would get upset like, why is this fool in the car? Like I would want to do it so he.
But she with that food though.
You're right.
And you know how many times they probably been to the gas station.
You know what I'm saying, Charmaine.
So that's something normal.
That's real. Yep. Shut up.
I'm sure that wasn't the only time they've been to the gas station.
I would slide by and ask her, you take your own trash out too?
Right.
Because obviously it wasn't a problem for her because she should have still been sitting in the car. Yeah. She got out because she knew he wasn't going to do it.
She already knew.
She already knew.
Hands down.
Wow.
That's true.
So y'all saying this on her? Okay.
But that's when he
You
slides
let-
through and he be like, baby, your man don't be taking care of you.
See, the thing is, you don't know what kind of
Pumping
man.
your own gas, girl.
Right, you know you ain't got it too hard.
So you got to be careful. You don't know what kind of man she got in the car, and you don't know what he carrying in
That's
the car.
real talk.
Right.
That's real
Because
talk.
men
You gotta
are
be
they
careful.
get very jealous.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm
While
saying?
he's sitting in the car.
When it comes
That's
to their
true.
women, y'all can be
Men
worse
and
than
women.
women.
Absolutely.
Because when you talked about her making the plate, all I could see was the knife with me cutting the meat of it. Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, you gonna make this plate?
Right.
Right. Knife and have some blood on it in
Right.
a minute.
So-
My
Don't
Calvin.
take my dad no
If she would hit the corner with a plate on my husband, I would have asked her where's my fork. Because we're both gonna be eating out that plate together.
That's
We're
good.
thank you. Oh, thank you, girl.
I just don't think y'all should take it that serious. I think y'all should be like, okay, or pull her card and say, you know what, I got this. Let me take it from her. And boom.
But because
Thank you
women
for
are funny
making-
like that, Derek.
but I wouldn't get up
women
and
are
do
a
that
trip, though.
for another woman because I feel
I wouldn't either.
I don't know what their relationship is like,
Right.
and whatever people got in a relationship, and if that's their agreement, if they already know, that's it. I'm not going to take what I feel that I do that you
And
should
push
be
it on
doing
somebody,
because I'm
yeah.
sure there's some things that I probably do that they may not do,
Right,
and so
right.
everybody's relationship is their relationship, and whatever agreement
That's
they
true.
got, that's the agreement that they have. You know what I'm saying? So for me to feel like, well, this is what you should be doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I won't do that in somebody else's house and what I feel that they, you know, should be doing for their man, and you know what I mean, because that's what you're willing to do. You know what I mean? You might bite off his toenails with your teeth. I don't think that's cool.
Okay, well then, Lady Charmaine. Okay, so say for instance,
The
it's
visual
all
on
women and all
that.
men. But then
Just saying.
the women are all making their husband's plate, and then this man still, and while the woman chit chatting, he's still just sitting here. But then he's sneaking off in the thing by himself. He the only man getting up to make his own plate. So don't that look funny? Like nobody's gonna mention it. Is it just an elephant
like
in the
she
room?
just
Okay, now my
said-
question is, why can't he get up and make his plate?
Because every woman
do
in
at
there has
home.
made all 10 of they men they played, and he's sitting up there. It just looked bad on her. I think the women should circle her and say,
But I don't think you're gonna see 10 women getting up making their men's plate.
That's true.
Not
Not
today.
at all.
You're not gonna
Not
see
in
that.
2018. Not at all.
You're not gonna see that. You might see.
We be making y'all plays. Actually.
Out of pocket for real.
You do.
Make sure you put some bread on that. Make sure you put some bread on that.
Right.
You ain't lying. Sometimes I'll be in there making my wife and daughter play, and I'll be like, what's happening? Wait a minute.
So we just gonna be real, okay?
I enjoy it though. I
You
do.
want some gravy too, baby? She got gravy in here.
But what I'm saying is that's true. So my thing is everybody's relationship is very different.
Yeah, it is.
And because my husband and I, we were somewhere, and my husband was going to make my plate, and the person had said, "Oh, we don't make plates here. Everybody make their own plate."
Wow.
Yeah. Now tell me how different is that?
Yeah.
Boom.
So the one woman in the room
Stop
who
them in
don't
its
have a
tracks.
man stop all the women who have men from serving their men on the
No, if she had a man.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's so people do people do things. Look how you look at your face.
oh wow!
But it's for real though.
Women are trip. Derek, women
That's
are
So-
we. It's
So I don't tell people what they should be doing in their relationships because I be seeing some real odd stuff. But if she happy with it and if he happy with it, hey,
it works for them.
There you go, and that's just how I look at it. So all y'all brothers that make your ladies' plates, kudos, and all you ladies that make your man's, kudos, and both y'all that standing in line together, kudos.
discussing the plate. You get the meat.
Right.
I get the salad.
Kudos to
Don't
y'all together. Okay, everybody, here is
love
the.
it.
Y'all ready for the next question?
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. And here's the next question. Should single mothers celebrate Father's Day? Should single mothers celebrate Father's Day? Should you buy a single woman who's taking care of her kids a Father's Day card?
No.
I don't agree either. But you have some women say, I'm the mother and the father. No, you just the mother.
Just the mother.
You-
Yeah,
you're
that's
the mother.
enough.
You're not the mother and the father. You might feel you're doing fatherly duties and taking care of the family, but you're still the mother.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I'm a single mother, and I just think about it. I wouldn't want a card. I don't mind when people are like doing the whole Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day, because I do it for everybody. Like and I learned to do that on Mother's Day because I saw the sensitivities going up there. So I just start to say, you know what? Thank you for all of y'all who are doing what you're supposed to do, whoever you are, you know. And so other than that, though, I always give credit to the men, though, and to the fathers and to the stepfathers and whoever is out there who's doing what they're supposed to do. So, I mean, but past that, I don't know. I just think let them have their day, you know.
Yeah, let us have our.
celebrate.
Y'all get everything anyway.
Yeah.
In the store, in the mall, Mother's Day, every commercial, Mother's Day. That's how you can tell it ain't a lot of stand-up fathers apparently because we don't get no commercials. It seems like Father's Day only lasts opposed to 24 hours, only 5 hours. Yeah. We don't get nothing like we don't get like flowers. This
No, y'all got to mix with dads and grads. Y'all got to share y'all stuff.
Exactly that part.
Dads and grads.
That's not fair. I mean,
y'all
so
don't get like
Mother's
a whole
Day is
single out.
everything.
Right.
So I mean, just take that Mother's Day, embrace it, and love it. You don't want the Father's Day.
Nah,
just
I'm
take
good.
the Mother's Day.
Just say you don't want it.
No.
Yeah, I know that's right.
We don't want both roles either, though.
Yeah. What do women say? You can't teach a man how to be a man, a boy
You
how to be a
can't.
man.
No, you
So,
cannot. No, you cannot. And for those of you who think you can, more power to you.
more power to you.
No, for real. Moral
Sorry.
power to you.
Because
gonna
I've
work.
only been a female, so I don't know how to teach a man how to be a man. I don't know the male thoughts. I only know what a man tell me that he thinks that I can share with you, but I don't know about
Amen.
all those other things, and
right.
I'm cool with that.
Are you going to wear a best dad shirt? I'm not. I'm not going to walk around in that shirt ever. No.
You gonna stand up and show him how to pee?
Right.
I don't know about that.
No.
Poor babies.
no, you
poor
just
babies.
did not say that.
Yes, he did.
All right, everybody, y'all ready for the
Derek's
next
funny.
question? Y'all ready for the next one?
Yep. Let's
All
go.
right, here it is. What advice would you give a person that's dating your ex? So, what advice would you give a person that's dating your ex? I would just say, don't do it, girl. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna say, don't do it, girl. Because some of us had a few exes, but on this particular one, it was very serious.
Come on, lady.
Because this particular ex that I had, he had cheated on me and got this girl pregnant. Me and the girl ended up later on we became friends, but we didn't know. When she and I befriended one another, I had no idea that she was even pregnant by the guy I was dating. I was totally unaware of that. And so, she told me she had a boyfriend. I didn't know his name, and she was pregnant. Oh, wonderful. And then one day we just get to talking about what is his name, child. We ended up having the same boyfriend. So needless to say, we broke up. But 2 years later, he ended up killing her baby. So you didn't know that I was dating a nutcase. My look at Derek's face. I know.
I can't. I'm flabbergasted. I got to process this a little one word at a time.
So you put him on don'tdatehimgirl.com.
Yeah.
But so
Put
you
him on.
so you never know
Jesus
who you're
Christ.
dating. And it was such an unfortunate situation.
Oh, yeah.
So my advice would be don't do it, girl. Don't do it, girl. So
I would. I
Destiny?
was just, I was just in court the other day, and so the judge was for custody. Yeah. So speaking of Father's Day and speaking of everything, what I'm gonna say is they said we can't talk about our, fathers on Facebook, so I'll just talk about my ex.
okay.
Okay. No, but seriously, you shouldn't shame, especially if it's the father of your child. So I really want to say that, especially on social media. But yeah, no, he's an ex for a reason. You just need to look at the fruit, look at the fruit, look at the tree, look at the seed, look at everything. You need to look at everything, baby. Don't just listen to what he says. That's what I tell her. I tell her just look at everything.
Absolutely.
Make your own evaluation.
Tell it, Bobo.
That's it.
Marie?
Well, I was having this discussion before I came, and it was very interesting because my take on it is kind of different. The only time I would say anything to someone who's dating any of my exes, is if, like, that situation, if they were violent, or if there was something going on that they will be in danger, or people around them would be in danger, is the only time I would say anything to a person who's dating my ex. Because, first of all, he's an ex, and why do I know you?
Bottom line. Bottom
Yeah.
line.
Why am I having a conversation with you about this man? But that's just where my mind went with that. But other than that, if it was a situation where they just met and whatever, I wouldn't have anything to say, because how I'm designed,
Right.
that would be too much caring still, in my opinion. to be able to tell her she can figure it out on her own. She'll figure it out.
I
And if
agree.
she don't figure it out, then I'm sorry you didn't figure it out. He ain't gonna hit you, none of that kind of stuff. I know you safe, so don't ask me nothing. Because my experience, yours could be different.
But what about those times where, because I've had this situation a long time ago where the woman is like, I want to have a heart to heart, woman to woman, how do what should I do? And for me, I feel like it's kind of late that you want to come to me now, now
might
that
notice
you're all the
some
way
things.
in
Did
it.
you notice
But what
this
do you
too?
do? Right. What do you do in that situation? Woman to woman, or is it like, I don't care, so it's y'all business, y'all do your thing?
I don't know. For me, I think my conversation would be more. It wouldn't be personal for me, but it would be more of you saw the signs, you saw what you saw, and you need to decide what you're gonna do. 'Cause I'm not
Right.
gonna give you nothing.
Yeah.
I'm funny like
Trust
that
your gut.
because you're the new lady, and you're with him,
Right.
and I'm the ex or whatever the situation. I'm not giving no energy to this.
Not at all.
Unless I know he gonna kill you.
Yeah.
That's the only time I would say something to you.
Like I said, that's why I would say something.
That's why I would say something.
Lying.
True.
Other than that, I'm just like, nah, you can have that. You can have that. Good luck. You might have the tools to be able to deal with that thing. I
Now,
couldn't
what if
deal
you know
with.
the person was abusive?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, if you know they're abusive, because an abuser a lot of times can definitely hide.
Yes.
They can definitely hide, and you have no idea.
But the women still don't listen all the time, and
True
that's the
that.
unfortunate part. But I think you should warn them, and try to just
For
be
yourself
as
at
genuine.
that point, yeah,
just
yeah.
try to be as genuine and. But that's hard because people still listen to the abuser a lot of the times, and that's the hard part.
Now, here's a question: should you go out of your way to warn them, or should you wait for them to approach you?
Okay, I went out of a way in a situation. But I never met these people. But it was on social media. A Nigerian guy hit me up on my Instagram. He's trying to talk to me, and the hustle that they have, right? So now, all y'all don't come looking for me. So, so this particular guy was talking to me, and I'm like, why is he in my inbox? So I started doing research. I started going in his messages and seeing who else are you talking to like this, and I found her.
How did you
Right?
get into his messages?
Not messages, just the comments on his pictures.
Okay.
So I said, so he was talking to me about, oh, I love you, and I want my son to come to the States, and you raise my son, and all this weird. I said, what is wrong with you? I was like, I don't even know you. Like, what is going on?
Right.
And he's talking all this stuff, and I love you. I want you to be my queen, be my queen. So I found the lady he was also talking to like that, and I went out of my way in that moment because I'm seeing her, and I'm seeing where he's taking advantage because I can look at her and tell he's taking advantage. I don't know what he saw in me. I got at him too. But anyway, so I got in her inbox. I said, so listen, and I was talking to her about, he sent me a picture of his divorce decree. I'm divorced, and here's my divorce papers, some printed thing he done printed up. And so I confronted her. I was like, listen, this is what's going on. And then she says to me, do you have a picture of him? You see where I'm going? The point you just made. I was like, yeah, I got a picture. And then she says, oh, well, I'm talking to him right now, and he said that, and then she goes on all that. He said this, and he said that. I said, you know what? I'm going to stop you right now. I said, I'm not vested in this.
There you go.
Right.
Okay? I don't have no reason to get at you crazy and to stop anything, but I'm just letting you know use wisdom.
You can't say.
And then I went into ministry on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just told her, I know you looking for love. Be patient.
Yes.
Because this isn't it. So I just talked to her. Blocked me. She blocked me. So your point,
Yes.
Destiny,
Yes.
is, you got to really use discernment
That's
when
it.
dealing with stuff like that. When you go talk to an ex, if you're going to step out of line and go talk to an ex about somebody about your ex, you better have the wisdom of God
That's
with you.
right.
All right.
Because they may and may not receive you.
Yeah.
Not, a lot of times won't.
that.
That's right.
But you're going to have to be able to walk away clean. Be okay with that. Can
Right.
you walk away okay with the fact they told you, whatever?
Right.
You just mad.
Right.
But you came at me though.
Right.
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 You came for me.
That's it.
Be like, for real
Pray
though.
on it.
So that is real.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
so real. That's
Pray on it.
that's real behavior.
Yeah.
That is really interesting. So y'all ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Y'all ready for this next topic? He said, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
You know what?
You
This
sure?
one, somebody had posted this, and I thought this one was really interesting. So I definitely got to share this with you guys. Well, let me remove this this topic right here. But I thought this was interesting, so I want to make sure y'all read this. Are there rules to dating someone who is not divorced? Is there rules to dating someone who is not divorced?
I
Are
think
they?
you shouldn't do it. Like for your morals, even if you've been separate. Well, we separated a year and just don't do it. Like, just don't do it. Wait till everything is finalized. If you just, because I feel like people that are not divorced and they're lingering, it's still something there. They want to be back, but they just don't know how, and they probably still are intimate and just dipping back and forth, but just can't live together. So therefore, you really gonna date somebody that's married? Like, I don't want to hear. All I need to hear is that you're married. I don't want to hear, but we've been separated a year and we're going next week to get the finalization. Well, come to me when it's final. 'Cause I don't want nothing.
Holla at me next week, son.
And then I think for a woman, it's sad to say, y'all might hate me for this, but society looks at women who are still married that's out there dating in a more horrible light than a man that has more women to be like, oh, she left him, or you making excuses for the women. And then, but a woman who's out there looks, I don't know, it looks like, it just looks different, because you think of a woman, no, I'm going to do the right thing. I don't fight fire with fire. I don't want this on me as a woman. And my job and my church, I just don't want people to be saying that, they know I'm married and they see me with this dude or bringing this dude to church now. It's just not a good look for a woman, I'm sorry. But a man, that dog come with sometimes men's name. So at the end of the day, you see that. And preciousness comes with
that
women.
was deep.
And sacredness. And just like the same thing why women are called hoes. And they can have the same amount of partners as men. Right. But it's something about when you lay down and give yourself to a man, opposed to a man on top of a woman taking what they think is theirs. You literally gave something that was supposed to be your husband's or your boyfriend. You gave that. You sacredly gave that. And it's just the act. It's that simple, opposed to a man taking it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the simple reason why I think women are called hoes. And it's nothing these days, I don't even believe in hoes and all that, because women are professional. They don't have to be with you. They just could want one intimate session with you. Get up, get out, get out, get out. I got my own. Get up, get out, get out. Okay, your needs are met here. Bye bye. So I just feel like it's just a double standard. But I think it's a good thing, because a woman is a woman. They're precious. They're sacred. Why would you want to just? I think you just follow the rules when it comes to that. Just follow the rules.
And what's the rules again?
The rules are just wait until it's done, finalized, show the divorce decree, like you said.
It was pretty too. I never seen a Nigerian divorce decree. That was really interesting. It really was.
It really was.
I was like, oh, okay, well, thank you.
Right.
Well,
what color was it?
It was pretty. It was gray and had all these little squiggly lines on it. Stuff. It was nice.
Okay.
But the Nigerians, they can. No, I was gonna say fake. They can make some. No, I love my Nigerian people.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, give us a call at 916-226-9226 if you want to join in on this conversation. So the question is, what are the rules to dating someone who is not divorced? Are there rules? And Derek just said, just don't do it. Just wait until it's final.
Just wait. It's a big deal.
What if you meet somebody and you didn't know they were divorced, or they were even married, and then you find out later on and now you have feelings and emotions for them, and now it's too late because now you've fallen head over heels and they're saying that my divorce is not final.
Then you pressure them. You put heat on them every single day.
You ride them.
Go really? Down there with them. I love you. You can't have to be with nobody legally on paper and then be with me. I want to bring you around my family. They're going to ask, well, when was your last relationship? Well, I'm still married, ma'am. You want to tell somebody, a new man's mother, that as he trying to bring you around? Just get it.
Well, what if he's the man that's married and he's bringing the new woman around his mama, and the mama know that he's married, just not divorced, and he's bringing his new girlfriend over?
I know some people like that.
I know somebody who need to call in right now.
They do
She's
that all
in
the
this
time.
situation.
Yeah. And their moms and dads, everybody except their, whoever they're dating and knowing they're married, and nobody's putting pressure on them.
You see that a lot too with the men's family.
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
what do you do?
Because that'll tell you what kind of man and what kind of, but even without being judgmental on it, you have to think about, where is that person, whoever the married person is, the man or the woman, where are they at in their stages of healing, overcoming? Where are they at with that?
They're not.
Because they're not. I mean, and it's clear, even if the other person or the other party, because I was not lying about that custody court. I was sitting in there. One lady, she had to go in there and she had to say, Judge, can you please get me out of this marriage, because he wouldn't sign it, right? So she clearly wants out. But even with that, somebody else is holding on to that person. So even if you're free inside as the married person, person who's walked away or is separated, whatever, where is that person in the stage of healing? So just for your own sake and sanity
And safety.
your own and well-being, you're going to carry so much, burden and baggage to go after somebody else who's taken. You'll just never be happy. You'll never be satisfied.
And it's funny that you say that because someone
real talk.
literally just told me that a friend of ours is in this situation, and he is a man and dating a woman who is currently married but not yet divorced. And her husband is literally doing the fool. And then her husband tried to stab my friend. And then when the wife was over at my friend's house, the husband ended up showing up to the house. Now, my friend wasn't at home. He wasn't at home. And so when he gets home, he walks in and the guy's sitting on his couch. And so before you know it, they end up fighting up in the house.
Yeah.
But I said, this is just how I feel about it. I feel that the wife was wrong because I feel that the wife should have called my friend and said, look, my husband is in your house.
Oh, definitely.
You know, and said, look, my husband is in your house, and what I need for you to do
Is not go home.
yeah, exactly. Or call the police because he is crazy.
Right.
And I felt that she left out some major
she
information.
did.
Yes.
You allowed him to walk into his house with that.
That's
Only
true.
God knows what could have happened.
Right.
So I didn't feel comfortable. I was like, so she never called him
a
to let him
setup.
know
Warn him.
that this man is sitting up in his house.
Yeah.
Oh,
Could have
no.
killed. And she knew too?
She in there.
Oh,
She was in there.
oh no.
So they were all in. They were in the house together,
Oh no.
and didn't call him to say he is in the house.
Yeah. No.
Somebody said that's
So-
absolutely
Yeah,
messy.
that's messy.
So
Angela.
to where he could have came
Yes,
to his
girl.
house with the police, you know what I'm saying? And the police could have removed him from the house. So you got to be careful.
You got to be. That could have been the end of your friend's life. It could have been.
And
I'm
so the
sorry.
man has already threatened to kill him.
I believe it.
Yeah.
So you
believe it.
you really got to be careful.
And the new dude ain't invested like the old dude is, so he willing to risk it all.
Yeah, because the old dude, because he feel like, he has kids with her. So,
Yeah,
that's his
absolutely.
wife
So
and
he
his
has something
kids.
to
And
lose.
it-
So he has something to
Absolutely.
lose.
That's
there
it.
you go. There you go. So I'm just saying, you
Gotta
got
be
to be
careful.
careful.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
That
Yeah,
part.
brother, be careful.
Hashtag
So that's all I'm saying. Okay, now here is another question, everybody. And here's a question. Okay, so after talking with the person 3 times, what are some basic things you should know about them? I'm just talking about some very basic things that you should know about a person after talking with them just a couple of times. Let me tell y'all why I'm saying this, because this social media thing, it's messing some folks up.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
People don't know how to communicate because everybody doing stuff by text now, and because people don't want to text really really long anymore, they just real quick with the answers, real quick, because your thumbs get tired, a lot of
Whatever's going
information
on, yeah.
you don't want to
She said
share.
a lot of information.
Not gonna read it anyway.
So you make it real quick little one-liners and be done. Because today they don't talk on the phone anymore. The phone is just like, what is this?
Yeah.
I because and when you're talking to somebody on the phone, you could pick up their inflections, what they're talking about. You could pick up their spirit, how they really feel about certain things.
That's
You
right.
can hear it
The
in their
voice.
voice. It's just,
I never thought about that.
yeah.
That's
And
true.
so you literally miss that connection that you can have with someone just by talking to them on the phone. You'll know if they're really interested in you because you'll be able to pick up that vibe. Text messages really don't have
Get
a whole
lost
lot
in
of emotion.
translation. Yeah,
And
you
then we
get
use
lost in there.
emojis for emotion,
Right.
hearts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Laughing when you're not
couple
laughing.
hearts. You know what I mean? The little crying, laughing emoji. You use an LOL, and sometimes people use LOL. It ain't even funny.
It's,
Right.
yeah, you ain't,
They just
ain't
say
not even
LOL.
laughing.
Knowing they ain't laughing out loud.
Right. It's
Just
a place
being
for the
nice.
period.
I'm just being nice. I'm being nice.
Although when I see it, I imagine them laughing out loud. I do like,
Right.
That's 'cause you're crazy.
So I mean, it really takes away a lot. And so, because there was a recent situation that I experienced, and I was asking this individual, they met somebody online, and they was going to be going on their first little date with the person online. So I was just asking them basic questions like, what was the person's last name? Like, where in Sacramento did they live? Where they from? Just basic stuff. And they didn't know none of that. At all. And they had been talking to the individual for about a month. For a month. And so when I met the person, within 5 minutes, I knew what their last name was. I knew where they was from. I think it's just called basic information.
Yes.
So what is just some of the basic information that people should just know? What y'all think?
I process with people very differently. So for me, my list would be, if I'm talking to you, what I'm going to know in the first 3 times is your moral compass. I'm looking for that. Your your ability to communicate, and how do you deal with conversations or issues in conversations, because that's how I'm going to be talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm going to know your name and all that kind of stuff. It can't be up, but that's kind of what I come away with if I'm talking to somebody and it's been 3 days, that's what I'm trying to walk away with. That's
right.
me. That's I don't know. I just process people like that because I don't want you. I got kids, so your moral compass. You know what I'm saying, and how you communicate. Because that's why I watched. I tell Lacey this all the time. That's why I watch stuff like Real Housewives of Atlanta and stuff like that. I watch that stuff because you can learn a lot about a woman or a person that watches that show by how they react to some of the issues on those shows. So that's why I watch it, because if I'm talking to you and that may come up, or a topic and I'm looking at you, I'm watching how you processing that. And it gives me a lot of idea how you navigate with how you think. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Totally.
So that's kind of how I deal with people.
And they deal with a lot of men and female relationships on that show. Like it ain't
They
just
do.
about the women. It's about
They do. And then
leaders
when the
and-
issues come up and how, because sometimes there'll be an issue come, you're like, God, that's just crazy. And somebody like, I ain't crazy. I understand that. And you're like, ooh. That makes sense to you? Let me watch you now. Now I got to look at you. You out my peripheral, now you in the front. Yeah. So, I don't know. That's me. But
That's a nice tester.
Yeah. So what are some? So for you,
Yeah.
Destiny, what's some of the basic information?
Well, because it was funny, because when she said, of course, the name and stuff like that, I unfortunately, I feel like you can't even say of course no anymore, because sometimes you really don't get that name or the real name or the government. So I feel like you should know anything that their social media already has public, which not everybody has things public, but what I mean is on, your Facebook or on your social media, you tend to have your full name. You tend to have your occupation. You tend to have your hometown or where you're from.
That's a good
Did you
point.
go to
Sure
school?
do.
Where it's
Yeah.
at? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
to
that's
me, that's
true.
your basic criteria. Whatever Facebook or social media is asking for, at minimum, you should know some of those. And then I definitely say I like that moral compass. I'm gonna have to keep up with them testers. I like that.
testing,
might
no,
need to
for
use
real.
that.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
And
Then-
mine would be, do you love God?
Yes.
Do you have any mental illness? And how many
You know
sexual
what?
partners have you had?
That's important to a man.
That is
Yep.
good.
Especially if I'm
Yes,
planning
sir.
on going forward with you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's good.
And
Sorry.
and that is a good
So
question.
that-
Mental illness is really something that's really tough to
Yes.
talk about.
Yes, it is.
Because a lot of times people look at people like they're crazy.
Yeah.
Because
Stigma.
and I remember I did a show on my TV show. I did a show on mental illness because there is a stigma that goes along with that. And the young lady that was on my show, shout out to Miss Diane Ross, she said something that was I felt that it was so life changing. She was saying, when you have a headache, people take an aspirin for that. You know what I'm saying? And she was saying, if you have eye issue, you wear glasses for that. So if you have a pain, if you have heart issues, people take medication for that. And she said they forget that the brain is an organ as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you end up going to the doctor for that, now you're crazy. But if you have a heart issue, you go for that.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? We can go for every other issue, but if you go for the brain,
You're categorized.
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're categorized as being crazy
Yes.
when that also needs to be taken care of. And also, there's medication
Right.
for that.
That's right.
Like the heart.
Why do you
And
think that
other
us as
treatments.
black people are so hard on that?
Right.
What was the reason with that?
I think growing up, because people say, oh, they crazy, but they're not necessary. They're not crazy. It's just it's a part of the body that needs help.
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes. No, and that's real. I think some of those conversations should be had, but I think it has to be approached in a very sensitive way. Any of those things that I thought those were good questions, and I think they should be approached pretty early on. I don't know about the first three because I don't know if I necessarily am going to want to tell you all that. Like,
How many y'all been with? I don't even know if I'm be with you.
Exactly. So I don't mind having that conversation. I actually respect the conversation, but bruh.
We need that about few more of these conversations.
That's it, but I think
That's real.
really when it comes to us, we do tend to just, automatically label it. That's crazy, or that's this, that's that. When a lot of things, like you said, can be managed, can be treated.
right.
I do work in that field, so I am extra sensitive to that topic because more people than not actually deal with different. If it's not a full blown diagnosis, you got some symptoms.
Yes.
You might be a little sad sometimes. You might go from here to here sometimes. Sometimes you might talk to yourself. Actually, everybody is on some kind of spectrum.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, just
And it
how
came
are you
down like
functioning
this.
and managing?
That's
Right.
right.
You know?
Exactly.
That's the truth. Ain't
Yeah,
that the truth?
I've had
But no,
times I
but
felt
it is
crazy
though. It is, and I know in our community we definitely look at it, especially if you've never really dealt with it, and you really don't know. You really don't know how to deal with it, and you probably could be afraid of it.
Right.
You know,
That's true.
but we do have to deal with it because it's more often than not. It's in our families.
Yes.
You know, my
But we just
mom.
don't want to. We don't want to acknowledge it.
That's
And then if a person has to take medication, and then nobody knows you're taking the medication,
Right.
But then they don't want to take it because of the stigma that go with it. Although you're taking it in
Right,
secret.
right,
But and I remember I had a conversation with someone about taking the medication. I said it's just like you taking Tylenol before you go to school. Don't nobody know you just took that
Exactly.
because you got a headache.
That's
Because
true.
you can't see your headache. You know what I'm saying? So, or
Yeah.
or before you go to work, you take me. Oh man, I got a headache. Hold on, let me take some Tylenol because I can't be at work all day. But so just go ahead and take your medication
That's it.
to keep you straight
Yes.
and to keep you sane.
That- and don't stop when you
Because if
feel
you was in
better.
chronic pain, you'll be doing it.
That's it. You right about that.
That's true.
You be like, where my pain pills? Where my pain pills?
Yes.
Well, I kill my back is hurting, girl. It's just killing me.
Yes, it's
You'll do
Waiting
it.
to take one.
That's right.
You ain't lying.
Right.
How about girl, honey?
That's
Where my friends at?
Okay, open that drawer
All
out.
that. Open the top one right there. That one.
All right.
But it's true. Go ahead, Marie.
No, what I was gonna say was my mom would talk about this a lot with her growing up, and and sometimes back in, sorry, mom. But no, when they were growing up, you always had that one, what we would call now mentally crazy person on the street, Day or somebody, you know what I'm saying? But we left Day alone because Day wouldn't hurt nobody. We protect Day. We knew he had a mental illness. Nobody knew the actual diagnosis, but we knew he was crazy. He gonna mow your lawn or cut your tree or something.
Right.
But you left him alone because that's Day. So that's kind of how I think a lot of people dealt with mental illness, especially in the African community. We just kind of like so as long as you don't get him riled up, he gonna be all right.
Right.
Go home, Day.
Yes. Yes.
Go home. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
For
right.
real. So a lot of the under the radar, a lot of people didn't get help because in those days we protected those
Yeah.
people.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's true.
That's
Lying.
true.
You're not lying.
Another thing I think about too is our culture with church, and I'm not attacking the church at all because I love my church. I love church in general. But I think the more and more educated that we're becoming in our culture, the more that we're sharing it in our other place. Like a church is a big part of our culture.
That's right.
So I love that a lot of churches are talking more about economics.
Yes,
They're talking
yes,
more
yes.
about their health and mental health. Because these are all you have to do is talk about it. When you look around and be like, oh, you too,
Yeah.
it begins to be less scary. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
ma'am.
Then
Yes,
it begins
ma'am.
to be like, okay, we're on a more even playing field, or, oh, maybe not you, but your mama, but your cousin, but your sister, but your brother, So I think just having them conversations, we need to flood it because the numbers are there.
And you don't feel alone when you know
That's
that
it.
other people
That's
suffering with that.
And church is a place where they come.
It's a great place to have it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you guys just did a great job tonight. And I just want to thank you guys.
Y'all can hang on and let me get 10 more minutes.
See, now y'all trying to be funny. Okay, but no, I mean, everybody had great comments tonight. I want to thank you guys. Thank you guys for all those that was on social media and and chiming in on social media. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you guys. And again, I want to let everybody know that this portion of the Lady Charmaine Live Show is sponsored by Rebooting Your Dreams After the Storm Women's Conference. This conference is for anyone and everyone who has lost their purpose, vision, and dreams due to an unexpected storm that has literally left your life in disarray. And if you want to rebuild your dreams after the storm, get your life back on track, then you don't want to miss this conference, which is going to be taking place on Saturday, July the 28th in Elk Grove. If you need more information, all you have to do is go online to Rebuilding Your Dreams conference.eventbrite.com. Again, that's Rebuilding Your Dreams conference.eventbrite.com, and let them know that Lady Charmaine sent you. And again, we'll be here same time, same place, but next Wednesday. Because next Wednesday we'll be out of town. But next Wednesday we have our Hot Topic show, so make sure you guys tune in. And if you want to join us, and if you got a hot topic you want to talk about, all you have to do is join us on our Facebook group. It's right there on Facebook. It's Hot Topics Real Talk No Chaser. You can also connect with me on social media at I am Lady Charmaine, Lady Charmaine TV, and also on Facebook at Lady Charmaine Alive. And again, I just want to give a big shout out to my peoples. Thank you guys. Love y'all.
Love you
Love
more.
you.
And we'll see you guys next week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.